Okay. So, first thing we're going to do, and you'll want your protractor and a piece of paper to write down these notes. We're going to have some types of angles that we talked about today. That's our first part. So the first type of angle that we're going to discuss is an acute angle. Okay, so acute angles are between 0 degrees and 90 degrees, right? They're little angles. They're cute. Oh my gosh, did you ever see such a cute little angle? It is just so cute. Little and petite. It's so small, it's between 0 and 90. Right? Okay. So, the next one we have is going to be between 90 and 180. So X degrees. Oh, okay. Is it? Okay. Watching 3 screens at once. Okay, it's going to be between 90 degrees and 180 degrees. And that's what we call an obtuse angle. Now, just a moment ago, you would say that I was being just a little bit obtuse, right? When I was talking about the acute angle, what did I do? I made a really big deal about that little angle, right? If you tell someone don't be obtuse, it's kind of like don't make a big deal out of the issue. So for an acute angle, it's going to be between 0 and 90. For an obtuse angle, it's going to be between 90 and 180. What if I have an angle like this? And I put a little box right there. What do we call that? A right angle, okay? So it has to be equal to 90 degrees. And it's a right angle. And if you look around in buildings and in construction and in furniture and different things, think about how many 90-degree angles there are. Every single one of the concrete blocks around this room has a 90-degree angle. Each of the corners of the whiteboards, those are a right angle. That poster about me up there on the front, have y'all taken the time to look at that? Where somebody crossed out all of the Chuck Norris names and wrote in Mr. Rathbun. It was pretty cool of them to do that. But if you look at the 4 corners of that poster, they're all right angles. And the reason that we call it a right angle is because in construction, it's so useful. It makes everything fit together so well, and it's such an efficient use for space that it's the right angle to use. Okay? So we've got the acute angle, we've got the obtuse, we've got the right. Then one more that we talk about is this one. And I'm going to have to draw some points in here. to help us talk about it. Okay? Now, how many degrees is this? 180 degrees. And we would say angle BAC is a straight angle. I'll go ahead and use the abbreviation. Straight angle. Okay, so those are our 4 preliminary types of angles that we deal with. Okay? Now, if I have 2 angles that add up to 90, okay, so I'm going to draw an angle like this. And then for this one, I'm going to go ahead and draw it here. So let's make this 35, and this would be 55. Okay? And then I'm going to do another one. But I'm going to draw this out to the side because both of these situations are true. Let's make this one 22 and let's say 68. Okay? Now, both of these pairs, let me draw a little line down here to this. Okay, these are what we call complementary angles. Okay, and complementary angles add up to 90 degrees. Okay? Now, here's the little trick for remembering this. Why do we compliment people? Yusef, why would it be important to compliment someone? Okay. That's on the right track. Yes, sir? Right. It means it's a right angle. So we compliment someone because it's the right thing to do. Okay? So this will help you remember this. Okay? So it's almost like a mnemonic device. It's a way of remembering. So we compliment someone because it is the right thing to do. So compliments always add up to 90 degrees. Okay? All right, now, supplementary angles. Okay? Let me turn the page here. Supplementary angles are angles that add up to 180. Okay, so let's say that this is 65. This would be 115. Or if this was 70, this would be 110. Okay? So supplementary angles have a sum of 180 degrees. Okay, now, couple of special things. The example on the left is different from the example on the right because we would say this is a linear pair. Okay? Basically, a linear pair is two angles that when they go together, they form a straight angle. Okay? Because these two do not share a common side or a common vertex, these are not a linear pair. So to be a linear pair, they have to be adjacent to each other, so they have to share a side and a vertex. Okay? And I don't believe that the adjacent terminology, I don't believe they introduced that in this. Yeah, nope. Nope, they don't. Okay, so supplementary angles add up to 180. And one of the things I do to help myself remember this is because if you think about it, if they're in alphabetical order, they're also numerical order, right? So complementary, supplementary. C comes before S, right? So if C comes before S, 90 comes before 180. So my complementary angle goes with the 90 degrees, since they both come first. Supplementary goes with 180. The reason I'm making kind of a big deal about that is because if I don't give y'all some ways to remember that and help it quick, you'll get them mixed up on the test. The first year or two that I taught geometry, kids did not remember it very well. And so I had to start doing these things. And so that's one of the things I've learned is give some ways that you can help remember that terminology and keep it straight. So complementary goes with the 90, supplementary goes with 180. Okay, I'm going to pause it for